everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Rima and I'm here with another guidance session. This is going to be a coffee cup reading for the month of June 2023 for the sign of Gemini. If you have Sun, Moon or Rising in Gemini, or if you're a cusp watcher and your loved one is a Gemini, this might be the video you want to watch. Thank you so much for your attention to my channel. If you have been with me for a while or if you're new, welcome and thank you. I hope you like the kind of work that I do. If that's the case, please subscribe. And if you're interested to have a private reading with me, please go ahead and find my contact in the About tab in this channel. Let's see what kind of messages we're going to receive for Gemini for June. What do we need to know? I'm just going to focus on the energies and give you a forecast update for the month. There's I see love here, but it's not completely clear. There's some clearness that someone is waiting for. There is some wait period for you, Gemini. Some of you might have a child who is having fever and you're up at night because of your child. Why? This is interesting. I see someone is having a great imagination. I mean, after the Mercury retrograde ended, maybe some of you have some kind of downloads or something came into realization for you. I see the light of like Disney, like La La Land stories. Some of you are working a lot with children, or you're involved with children, or maybe for children you're working in like Disney cartoons, animations, or maybe you're producing children's stuff like outfits, or there's some games that you're developing. I definitely see some mind like games that you can develop using the computers and systems. Imagination is very, very active, very high power for you to imagine, to be creative. I see a very creative energy around you. Maybe your children are doing something that amazes you. Maybe they are making more income than you by their creativity. Maybe they are making music and put it online, or some kind of something that with the creativity and not working that much. Maybe I see that they are still sitting at home, or maybe your spouse, maybe they're just writing something or creating something with a computer or with their phone, or maybe it's doing gambling or something like that, but you're making a lot of money and you're just amazed. It's out of your mind. It's mind-blowing for you what you're seeing. It's a mixed feeling of being you appreciate it, but you're not happy about it, because I see you are stressed about it. There are things that you can't explain. I see money as well, that this money that is coming, I see a little bit of darkness. I mean, you don't trust that source, or maybe you're worried about it. Again, gambling can be a very good example. Maybe someone is gambling and maybe they had a history of that, and you are like worried about something. I see a little bit of worries about that with the family, with the way that the money is the support is coming to the family. I don't say there is no support. I see there's some kind of anxiousness. There's some kind of stressor about it. Someone is overeating. I don't say that it's you. I'm just seeing this person. Someone has some kind of addiction. I mean, the addiction is coming out. It's no wonder, because Jupiter is in your 12th house, and that's where addictions are. Maybe you have some kind of dreams, or maybe in your deep dreams there is some kind of darkness that sometimes comes out, or there's some downloads, as I said. I mean, somehow I can't explain it, but I can just tell you that in your unconsciousness, in that level, there's a lot of downloads for you. There's a lot of power for you. Some of you maybe have even superpower. Some of you maybe even find out that you know things before they happen, or you remember things that you never remembered. Like you remember something about your childhood, or like you feel superpowers. I feel that you are like a person with a superpower, but it's temporary. Take most of it as long as Jupiter is in your 12th house. For some of you days, or maybe for the same people that have superpowers, it could be a little bit of darkness and that with the superpower. So don't use your powers against humanity, against your friends. Maybe when your wishes are coming through and whatever you want, it comes true. So don't wish bad for people. Don't try to get revenge from people. If you have some super I don't know, somehow you have some power. Even maybe some of you have downloads in your dreams, and it's very unusual for you to have this kind of, because of your nature of your zodiac sign. Gemini, but I see that you're using this in a childish manner, and that might be, you might be pulled into some kind of darkness. You might be even interested in a cult or stuff like that. But in general, take your dreams seriously. You're very creative. Use it in a positive way, in a good way that brings money for you. But again, I see that maybe dating money can come to your life. I don't know how, but again, or your spouse's life, or some addiction certainly might come on the surface. It can be overeating, oversleeping, overthinking, overspending. Anything can be addiction. I mean, of course, alcohol, smoking could be for you and people around. So be careful, watch out for that. And again, the reason I'm doing these readings sooner than the month actually starts is that you can get a peek of it, and maybe if it applies to you, and if you think that it might resonate for you, you might kind of know about it and be a little bit more wise when the month starts. I see some kind of relief for some of you, specifically if you have, as I said, if you have worries about your child who's sick. This child is going to stand up again. I mean, this is just a impression. Of course, your child can stand up. They'll be back on their feet. They'll be okay. If it's a pet, or maybe your pet has children and they were like puppies or something, and they were sick, or they were very, very weak, they'll be okay. If your child was born very weak, maybe prenatal, they'll be fine. Or maybe it's not yours and your family or someone around you. For others of you, it's a promise that they give you, and it's very weak, a very weak promise, something that's not Satan. It's very weak, and it makes you stressed. It makes you wonder. It makes you not sleep well at night. But don't worry, it's gonna be fine. This whatever promise is going to stand up. It's going to be strong. Give it some time. Don't think about leaving that promise or saying no or rejecting. Don't think about rejection. Keep it there. I see some of you are getting very nervous. Again, try to control your emotions. I see a party of two is being called into a restaurant. I don't know what's specific about it, but I just see someone saying party of two. There's a good call. There's a phone call for you. Some of you might be dating after a while, and maybe you have ended the relationship and you're starting dating. Don't keep broken mirrors. Just let them. I don't know. Get rid of them. I see someone who's talking really angrily, and they put fire comes out of their mind. I see them as a male energy, maybe a little bit older. Could be a father figure, or maybe a boss, or I don't know. It can be anyone, spouse, brother. It can be yourself. Angry words, very bad way of talking, very unprofessional. Maybe if it's at work or someone is really bad mouthing, it's really, really bad. But again, I see a train is coming and passing. This person is this person is missing opportunities because of the way they're expressing their feelings, the way they're expressing themselves, and they're gonna miss opportunity. And someone stronger than them is going to come and basically remove them. And I mean, they are trying to make an ego or show some kind of power with this voice they have, with this power they try to show in their voice. But someone is going to come and just step over them and delete them. And this person can be a drunk person. Yeah, but that, if you are involved in that kind of situation, or this person is around you and is involved, like is bothering you, this person will be removed. This person is going to be removed, and you'll get rid of them for sure. Someone is looking to buy a mattress for their bed, or a bed. They have a bed frame, but they are looking for the box and the mattress. Maybe you find a very beautiful, like even antique bed. You might be changing your bed furniture, your bedroom furniture, buying a new bed, but try not to use an old or used mirror. The mirror that is used is bringing some kind of, I don't know, mixed energies into your life, into your home. So avoid buying used mirrors. Again, some collaboration. You might hear about something about the space. I definitely strongly see the energy of a space, skydiving, flying, amateur, maybe flying courses, and something very creative. Some of you are even jumping, maybe, or experiencing something new for in your life. Maybe you're celebrating your birthday and you're doing some bungee jumping or something like that. I see you're releasing yourself, like some kind of risking, but it's in a good way. Again, be careful about. I mean, you can be risking in your investments, or as I said, gambling. Be careful about that. Is I for some, I still feel that little negative energy around. So be careful about that. There might be news about the space. Some of you, your children, might be very interested about space. Someone might even think about going to the space or really seriously getting involved. Yeah, that was the conversation. That was the confirmation. Someone might take a neuro test. Connection is made. If you had numbness, or your parents, someone older, had numbness in their hands, I think the root cause will be clear. Some of you have problems with your hands, numbness or ache. Some of you maybe are doing exercises with your hands. Maybe you have some problem at your wrist, fingers. Maybe you're typing too much, you're writing too much, but your hands are tired. You are ruled by Mercury, and that represents hands and limbs. So be careful. Specifically when Mercury is in retrograde, be careful about your limbs, your hands, your feet. Again, I want to emphasize, be careful about your hands. Don't burn your hands, or maybe put gloves, maybe you're sunburn. Some of you have very beautiful nails. Maybe it's time for you to get your nails done. Or maybe you're allergic to a reagent, or maybe gel and nail polish or something. I see something with your hands, but again, it's nothing serious. It's at the level of an allergic reaction or something like this. I see a woman is praying, and it's windy. This is a windy situation. Somewhere they're standing on top of a little hill, maybe in a park. It's windy and they're praying. And they're saying that if my prayer is accepted, I will do such and such. Like, I'll help the poor, I'll put money, I don't know, somewhere. This person really needs attention. This person, I even see they might have a child, and the child is asking them to leave and to go home. But this person is standing there. Maybe they are going to a religious place. I mean, different religions. Maybe they are somewhere religious. Maybe a mosque, I don't know, like church. And they're there, and they're trying to be present in the moment. They're trying with all their soul and heart. They're trying to connect to the source. That's the way I want to say. And this person really needs help. And the reason is here because maybe someone needs to hear this. Your prayer will be heard, even if you are at the bottom right now. If you are financially really in a different situation, if you are really in a difficult situation, you will end up to be in a different situation. So don't worry about it. Your prayers will be heard. So that's what I'm seeing for you. This was the message that this person needed to hear. Yes, definitely. I see the confirmation here. There is a new wed, maybe. Again, don't buy used mirrors for your wedding or in your bedroom stuff. I see two dolphins kissing. This is so beautiful. There's love. There's childish behavior. Maybe when it doesn't matter how old you are, but you are in this like freeness. You feel like your inner child wants to leave. You let your inner child come out of the shell, and they express themselves. For some of you, very nice, exciting. Some of you might go on a trip next to the ocean. I see water. For some of you, I see hard trainings. Maybe you're trying to train, maybe at the gym, or you find a body that you go together, your gym body, and you do like some kind of dancing or training together, like it's an art or something that you do. You have to present together, something like that. It's actually interesting. There's a big surprise coming for you. A big explosion is coming. Actually, there might be an explosion somewhere, like not for you yourself as a person, but I would say maybe in Gemini season there might be an explosion somewhere, a big explosion that maybe in the world they'll talk about it. Could be a nuclear something, an accident, or some kind of, I don't know, attack maybe. But I see that people are escaping. Again, this is for general audience. This is a public, something up public. Is not for you, Gemini. I'm seeing Gemini season, but I think it will be controlled. It will be under control. I don't see a very dramatic damage. It will be under control. It might be an accident, again, something that happens, somebody has an accident, they fix it, they take off it, people are working on it, and they fix it. So that's what I really see. Someone is taking a bakery class. They're trying to decorate the icing of the cake. You might be doing icing of the cake. A child is confused. Maybe your child is asking a lot of questions, and maybe you are confused how to respond to them, because I see this confused face. Try to don't make them more confused. I mean, try to find some kind of source or guide for you to respond to your child's question, or whoever this person is. Maybe your inner child is asking you questions. Maybe you are in this situation that you are pushing and pulling your emotions between you and your inner child, but there needs to be clearance. There needs to be this level of the way you're doing it right now is not working. It needs to be more clarified. You can't just say this is what it is and I don't know more. You need to know more. You need to understand more. Gemini, you are trying to just go with the flow. I see a little bit of a childish energy, like going happy lucky. I mean, whatever happens is okay. Like, we'll see what the life comes. It'll be a little bit more careful. There are some serious decisions that you need to make. There are some actions that people from you are taking very serious. They're taking it more serious than you are meaning. So that's something, specifically in your relationships. Again, I see matching, to match people. Of course, I see for a lot of you, find your pair, your person, your couple. You become couple, because I see you're sticking together. You fit always. Even physically, you are so fit. Maybe even emotionally, you are so fit. Maybe it's a Pisces that might come to your way, and you feel like you have a lot in common. For some of you, it's your second relationship or your second marriage, and I see that either you or your previous person is still thinking about you, or you're thinking about them. A hardship, a trouble, something dark is moved from or removed from. You were very lucky, it didn't hit you. Like there was a storm, there was something, energy, negative energy was coming, it didn't hit you. You're very lucky, it passed you and it hit the wall. So you're safe. There might be gossips, there might be some random energies that maybe, I can't really say what it is, and I don't want to look into that because it's very dark, so I don't want to even get my own energy affected. But just know that it has been removed, it has been passed, and you were not hit by that. You were very lucky that didn't happen. Otherwise, a lot of things would have been changed for you. Good thing that it didn't happen. A lot of shopping, don't overspend. I see someone is spending a lot of money. You're going shopping and coming back home with bags and bags of shopping, and maybe over even orders, Amazon deliveries, boxes and boxes. Be careful. Again, I feel someone is going to somewhere religious, definitely, and it's very religious. It might be yourself, or it might be someone close to you. They might go to this religious place and they call you, or they say that I was thinking about you, or I was praying for you. I definitely see that spiritual path. Maybe that spiritual path helped you, that you survive from this dark energy. There's a burst, there's an explosion, and darkness didn't hit you. You're very lucky. Maybe it could be an accident, a car crash, God forbid, a plane crash. But as I said, you are safe, protected. There might be birth of a new situation for you after an explosion. Maybe someone ends something or starts something with a big introduction or big news, and it changes your life actually for a good, in a good way. So I'm not worried about that. Well, Gemini, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and until the next time, stay blessed.